Once regarded as one of the most significant couples in country music, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are currently the focus of a lot of conjecture on the future of their marriage. This is an amusing example of either life mirroring art or art reflecting life. According to rumors, the two will collaborate as executive producers on Dorothy, a new adaptation of The Wizard of Oz that will debut on Prime Video. No greater seductive contrast exists. As they collaborate to create a unique yellow brick road, their individual paths become far less visible. From the magical fairy tale romance to the speculative Gwen and Blake love story. On the set of the singing competition program The Voice, their journey began in 2014. Because Blake was a coach and Gwen was either a coach or a visitor, depending on the year, the two of them met and clicked right away. They began dating formally in 2015 following the high-profile divorces of Gavin Rossdale and Blake from Miranda Lambert. The agreement for Blake's Oklahoma property was finalized in 2021. For a while, it seemed like their love story was ideal because of their musical collaborations on songs like Nobody Like You and Happy Anywhere, as well as their reciprocal marketing and shows of affection on numerous social media sites. However, fish started to appear in 2025. One of the first hints is the release of Blake's country song, Hanging On, in March. Blake claims that the song is about trying to stay together after a breakup. The fact that the song didn't represent Gwen and my relationship status was also emphasized at the beginning. If only that were true. Almost immediately after, Gwen reacted with her own emotionally charged single, Still Signs of Trouble in Paradise, Going to Love You. You have the ability to push me away was one of the lyrics that best reflected the emotional tone of the song. Accept the chance to learn from your mistakes. I don't have to judge. I shall always be in love with you. Even though there were no overt confessions, the fact that these writings addressed comparable themes, like splitting up but being together or hurt that still hurts, attracted a lot of attention. Following the release of the Blake interview video, forum members left the following comment. They ought to break up with each other already. Strain in the daylight. Signs and indicators. In addition to the music, there were numerous behavioral shifts that made people appear suspicious. The last time the couple was spotted together in public images was a long time ago. They made their last red carpet appearance together in March, around the time Blake released his song about splitting up. Both of their social media posts became less frequent and active over time. For instance, Blake's remark in his birthday dedication to Gwen, which only contained the phrase "pretty girl," was far less combative than in previous years. There are rumors that Blake and Gwen are spending more time apart because Blake is spending more time at the ranch in Oklahoma and Gwen is preparing to move to Las Vegas. Each of these distinct components contributes to the story of the clock's hands, which is frequently a precursor to relationships drifting, the rumors explained. Although neither Blake nor Gwen want it to happen, the source informed the tabloid star that there is a real concern that if things keep going the way they are, they could become another Hollywood divorce casualty. The project is finally complete, and a new Dorothy is in the works. There have been suggestions that the two are collaborating despite their personal difficulties. Working together on a risky project, Dorothy is a new Prime Video series. This show's modern and innovative take on the traditional Oz tale has won praise from viewers. Two singer-songwriters are reportedly planning to retell the classic story with contemporary themes, genre fusion, and musical components. Although none of them has made the information publicly available, there have been rumors that it will all be made public. Along with the opportunity to remake themselves as singers, the program allows Gwen and Blake to reimagine themselves as creative architects. Both of them have experimented with making music throughout their lives. They are currently employed as TV show producers or co-producers. They could write the next chapter in their shared legacy if it is carried out precisely. The irony is that, despite the doubts raised by their real lives, they are working together to create a fanciful universe. Now that we are aware that a yellow brick road leads to a specific place, the only question left is how to get there. Shall we remain together or separate? What caused Gwen's emotional reaction to reach this stage? Gwen and Blake have always been the ideal illustration of how to collaborate artistically. They worked together, supported one another in their careers, and cooperated musically in addition to publicly declaring their love for one another. She was once quoted as saying that Blake was her best friend and not only her partner. No matter how long a relationship has been going on, it can be affected by things like fame, different careers, long separations, and shifting personal goals. There's a school of thought among analysts that suggests their priorities may be causing them to go in different ways. As she travels, Gwen has become more committed to her sons, her artistic endeavors, and her brand identity. Together, the two of them had 3 boys. Blake is still in contact with. He likes living on his country music ranch, but he also enjoys traveling and his Oklahoma origins. According to a local newspaper, there is no physical connection between the two individuals, and their hectic schedules and disparate career paths will probably cause issues. That being said, given the circumstances, the prognosis is undoubtedly speculative and only one among several. Major media outlets have concentrated on periods of stability when this is happening. For example, in a recent interview, she stated that God is the third person Blake and she include in their marriage. This indicates that they are trying to maintain a strong connection and that their souls are in harmony. Which indicators are the most crucial? Certain indicators are frequently present while attempting to determine whether a well-known couple is on the verge of splitting up. Many of them are visible in this instance. People express their emotional and creative stress through songs about staying together throughout a breakup, lyrics about hurt and forgiveness, and songs about staying together. People are less intimate and amiable on social media when there are fewer couple images, shorter captions, and fewer public appearances together. A greater disparity in the places where people live or work, such as living or working in different locations, working on distinct projects, and having little overlap in their schedules. Gwen is concerned about other people, but she views God as their third party, which is beneficial. Tabloids discuss conflicting lifestyles, career aspirations, and external pressures as third parties. Words like under strain, split speculation, and divorce casualty are used by some news websites to discuss circulating rumors and speculation. These indicators do not indicate that the partnership is ending on its own. These are periods that many pairs experience. However, these indicators raise the possibility that Gwen and Blake are traversing more hazardous territory than the public perception indicated. The significance of the Wizard of Oz project. At the moment, Blake and Gwen are collaborating on a big series. There are several reasons why this is significant, some of which are listed below. Many people must collaborate and contribute their time, ideas, character, and financial resources to create a series. This is referred to as a shared artistic investment. It indicates that you collaborate in a manner that goes beyond courtship or matrimony. The two of you get along well at the workplace. Given that both musicians are in the middle of their careers, this type of performance allows them to develop their brands, transition into broader entertainment roles, and perhaps even create a lasting impression that transcends music. This modern adaptation of The Wizard of Oz narrates the tale of a journey, returning home, and discovering one's true self. Thematically, it aligns with what many consider to be their own romantic path. Whether or if they will discover their green city together is still up in the air. Large initiatives are under a lot of pressure and receive more attention than smaller ones. If they are already under a lot of stress in their personal lives, aligning their work reputations and expectations could make things even more difficult. But if done properly, it could also strengthen their bonds. Forecasts of potential outcomes based on the information. A variety of actions could be taken. The three scenarios listed below could occur: generating fresh concepts and recommitting to the cause. Gwen and Blake use their perceived pain as an opportunity to renew their commitment to one another. They see the Dorothy Project as a collaborative endeavor that strengthens their relationship and helps them better coordinate their personal and professional lives. In addition to the release of new songs or joint tours that reunite them, there are more public appearances and combined social media posts. 2. A friendly split. It's possible that they will gradually transition into a separate lifestyle that consists of respecting one another, co-producing the program, and co-parenting Gwen and her children, but pursuing increasingly independent lives. Since they were well known and had commercial interests, it makes sense that there isn't any resentment or animosity in the split. 3. More work and a breakup. Despite the creative endeavor, there is a possibility that a full-blown split will occur in a public setting. This is due to the root causes, which include disparate occupations, mental remoteness,